Brookfield is pleased to partner with The Urbanist on Monocle Radio. Brookfield manages real estate around the globe, collaborating with partners, tenants and local communities to bring Brookfield's properties to life. Being part of the wider Brookfield ecosystem affords access to data and expertise across a breadth of industries, in addition to access to capital. A leading portfolio of real estate, with a proven record of adding value beyond the buildings. Success built on relentless innovation, leading-edge sustainability, and the highest standards of design. The creation of places that enhance the very fabric of our communities. Brookfield, real estate reimagined.
Drumheller, a small town in the middle of Alberta's Badlands, punches above its weight when it comes to tourism. And one of the prime attractions is Tyra, the world's tallest dinosaur. However, the 25-metre tall figure will become a piece of history come 2029. You're listening to Tall Stories on Monocle Production, brought to you by the team behind The Urbanist. I'm Andrew Tuck. In this episode, Sheena Rossiter tells us Tyra's story and how the community and country are reacting to news of her removal.
Winding down the road an hour and a half east of Calgary, the landscape shifts as you enter the quaint town of Drumheller. It's almost as if you're being transported back to prehistoric times. The predominantly sandstone rock juts out the earth, and it looks like a time when the dinosaurs roamed. This part of the world, the Western Canadian province of Alberta, is one of the best places to go for dinosaur enthusiasts. The southeastern pocket of the province is home to the Dinosaur Provincial Park, and the Royal Tyrrell Museum sits just outside the town itself. Drumheller bills itself as the dinosaur capital of the world, and around 1 million dinosaur-crazed people flock to Drumheller every year to see the some 130,000 fossils housed in the Royal Tyrrell Museum and to become an amateur paleontologist for an afternoon. The amount of visitors is nothing short of an impressive feat for a town that is barely more than 8,000 residents. So, close to 30 years ago, the town of Drumheller decided to lean into this dinosaur fandom even harder. Drumheller and the District Chamber of Commerce decided that the town would be home to the world's tallest dinosaur. After 3 years of planning, coordination, and construction, Tyra the Tyrannosaurus was born. Sitting on the corner of Gorgosaurus Street and Tyrannosaurus Drive, Tyra stands 25 meters tall, measures 46 meters wide, and weighs over 65 tons. The fiberglass bright green dinosaur with a yellow underbelly opened its doors and its mouth to visitors in October of the year 2000. Now, Tyra isn't exactly to scale. She's actually 4.5 times bigger than a real Tyrannosaurus Rex was, and it cost over $1 million Canadian to build the structure. More than 150,000 visitors annually climb up the 106 stairs to hang out in Tyra's mouth and get a view of the area. Now, a fiberglass oversized kitschy dinosaur might seem like an eyesore to some, but to a toddler's imagination, this is exactly what's needed. But earlier this year, devastating news struck. Come 2029, Tyra will become extinct, and the lovable landmark that towers over the skyline in the Badlands will be no more. The Drumheller and District Chamber of Commerce, which leases the land the iconic statue sits, announced that Tyra and the accompanying visitor center will be dismantled 4 years from now. The Chamber said, while this announcement is a difficult one, it's also an opportunity for the Chamber to refocus its core mission, supporting local businesses, advocating on their behalf, and fostering economic growth in Drumheller.
Here's the latest news for Red Deer in central Alberta. Drumheller's mayor is hoping the town can find a solution to keep one of its most famous tourist attractions open. Tyra,
the announcement made headline news across Canada and even triggered an emergency meeting between the Chamber and Travel Drumheller to discuss the future fate of Tyra. A local businessman even created a petition to save the beloved landmark on change.org. Within a few days, it already garnered more than 1,000 signatures, and it didn't take long for the petition to amass over 25,000 signatures in total. The idea of losing Tyra shocked locals so much that one even went as far as comparing the potential loss of Tyra to the equivalent of Paris removing the Eiffel Tower from its skyline. Of course, Tyra the T-Rex is far from being a UNESCO World Heritage Site, but in the hearts and minds of locals, Drumheller wouldn't be the same without her. So what's the future fate of Tyra now? After the backlash, many people were surprised how beloved Tyra had become, and the Chamber of Commerce started to think how she can be saved from extinction. She will now undergo an engineering study in the fall to see what sort of work and at what cost needs to be done in order to keep Tyra standing. After that poking and prodding is all done, locals will be eagerly awaiting to see what will happen. In the meantime, Tyra will be around for a few more years regardless. She might not be on the bucket list for global tourists to visit, but her legend still lives large amongst locals.
Tall Stories is a Monocle production from the team behind The Urbanist. This episode was written by Sheena Rossiter and produced and edited by David Stevens. Be sure to subscribe to the podcast to receive new episodes every week. I'm Andrew Tuck. Goodbye, and thank you for listening, city lovers.
On The Urbanist, we're always asking what makes a city truly livable. This September, find some answers in Barcelona as Monocle hosts its annual Quality of Life conference. 3 days of panels, ideas, and good conversation with global mayors, architects, and policy pioneers, all over good food and a glass of something local. Find out more and book your seat at monocle.com/conference.